get a J, and you get a J, and you get a J. But welcome back. It is time to talk some wrestling with the IllumiNERDI Wrestling Order. I'm Jay, of course, because I'm back. I'm with Nate. I'm with Pumps. The gang's all back together again. And that makes me very happy because without you, I was not very happy last week. How are you guys?
It's been like 3 weeks, right? Since because we missed Super Bowl, right?
Yes.
And Jay wasn't here last week.
Yes.
And then the week before
that, you blacked out.
Yeah, before that I blacked out. So this is like the 4th week. This is like I haven't seen you in 4 weeks.
Blackout week was kind of lit though. It was a little, it was a little blotto, but we was with it. I was with it, but it was fun. But we are back together. What about you, Pumps? What's up? What's going on?
We're finally thawing out here in the frozen South because global warming is a hoax and not real.
That's right.
So yeah, no, I was literally snowed in all week. Had to walk to the store because that's a thing I wanted to do. Yeah, it was.
Do they have now? Because like I'm assuming that Nashville is not prepared with like snow plows and shit, right?
No, sir. Right. Yeah.
Does it snow there at all, or like do you guys get like the little bit of snow and then it melts right away, or do you not get snow at all?
Yeah, no, we usually get like a half an inch, and everybody's like, "Woo!" And this time we got ice for 2 days, and then we got like 3 to 5 inches of snow, and everybody was like, "Whoa."
That's a lot.
Down.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a lot, but 5 inches of snow.
Hell yeah.
Especially if you're not used to it. Like you get 5 inches of snow in Utah, Colorado, New York, whatever. You're like, yo, this is like some standard shit. Yeah. You get 5 inches of snow where it don't snow, and it is like, whoa, buddy.
Hell yeah. Because people don't think about that. It's like, it don't snow there. So there's not a surplus of shovels, of the little salt shit you have to throw on the ground. And then eventually the snow melts. So where does all the water go? So,
right.
It's been a week. How about you, Nate? What'd you get into?
Right. I'm doing things. My life is kind of upside down at the moment. I'm moving.
You're working on an album.
Yep. I am moving next week.
Where are you going? Not from California, are you?
No, not yet. But I think
possibly question mark.
Yeah, you missed last week where I talked about that a little bit. If for those of you that don't know, I work in the movie industry, and things are moving and shaking. I don't know if I'm going to stay at the company that I'm at or if I'm going to go out and work on sets or whatnot. So that's the deal. Me and my girlfriend are trying to find a place. So that's that. Yeah. So that's that. As of right now, I'm moving back in with my mother as a 40-year-old man. So that's dope. Yeah, like that's super fresh, ready for that.
Yeah, buddy.
But that was my decision because it's a precaution. If my girl and I got to move to Georgia in 3 months, I need to save that money because
I know that's right.
Moving 2 cars, moving,
hella stuff.
Yes, it's very, very expensive. So if
Stop
I got
over in Nashville, question mark?
Oh, you know me, my friend. But yeah, so if I have to end up doing that, I'll couch surf at my mom's house for a couple months. If not, then me and my girl should be in a new place sometime in March, which would be pretty cool. Got a new album coming out on March 1st. I got a new single coming out on Monday, the 22nd. So yeah, things are cool. Things are cool.
I want to visit you guys if you move to Georgia. My sister lives in Georgia. My ex lives in Georgia, but that's okay. It's a big state. It's a big state.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And Jay, so we haven't seen you. So how are you, the mama bear of the show? I must say, last week, Pumps and I did the best we could together as a couple of Retribution members that, sometimes fly off the rails. Shay's no help. The producer's no fucking help. We know that.
Well, he's out here. He's just sleeping his life away. So what is he really doing?
Exactly. Never. Shay is never a help. Shay's trying to use us as a stepping stone to get to the next show on the IllumiNERDI because it's blowing up. The IllumiNERDI has drops every fucking day about movies and whatnot, and it's super dope. I didn't mean to step on your story, Jake. Continue.
That's
How have you
okay.
been?
We're like the Killer King for for you California folks. Killer King. Okay, maybe that's not a good reference, but anyway. So
I was with it.
you was telling me though, you knew what it was because back in the 80s and 90s when there was a lot of gunshot victims, they would take them to Martin Luther King Hospital, and the surgeons there were elite because they were forever stitching up gunshot wounds, knife wounds. So I feel like we're the Killer King of the network because we train all the producers and we're
Yes.
their footstool so they can step up onto the next show. So
We don't even know where fucking Josh is at. Josh was our guy. Now he's so high. Josh don't even comment on our show anymore.
at
Fuck him.
all. Josh, Josh don't even say what's up. I don't get no double taps on the gram, none of that. Yeah, Josh, we talking about you.
None. We love him.
We love him. No, I'm just kidding. We're just teasing. But I had a good time last week. Went on a little Valentine's Day outing. And, maybe that was a premonition for the week to come. In hindsight, maybe that wasn't the best idea. But I did have a good time on my little outing and went to a drive-in and saw a movie and did all that. It was really cute.
Yeah, they're doing those. And I have a friend of mine at work that has done a couple of those drive-ins. And they seem kind of cool. How close can you get?
Huh?
How close do you get? Like
to the screen?
Yeah.
Pretty close. Like for this particular one, it was very intimate. So it was only like maybe 10 or 12 cars. And it was at this Italian restaurant up off of Melrose. The food was incredible. And it was so many courses, and it was so cool how they arranged it. Like first they brought you the bomb ass pizza, then they brought the pasta and the meatballs and the salad and the dessert and a bouquet and a blanket. And I'm like, wow, okay.
You get out of the ride. It's a drive-in, but you stay in.
Mm-hmm.
You got to make sure that your windshield's really clean, right?
For sure. For sure. Or you ain't seeing much or nothing, and your window's down too. But some people were pretty smart though. Some people came in a flatbed and they hooked it all up with the blankets and the pillows. I'm like, now see, that's cute. Yeah. I'm not that romantical like you guys are in this particular situation, but it is real cute. It is. If I was feeling romantical, that's your word. That is the word. I wish I had a little thing where I could put romantical across the bottom. That's your word of the day. If you use romantical in a tweet about the show, maybe we'll send you something special from the IllumiNERDI. But
I had a trunk once, and all I did was help people move.
Yeah. If you have a truck, you can't tell people that you have.
Nope, I'm out.
It's like when you go out in a group thing and you have like gum. And you take your gum out, that everybody wants gum? No. You can't tell people you have a truck.
That said, hey, I need a truck to help me move this week.
So anyone with a truck or a flatbed, what's that thing where you hitch it to the back?
A trailer.
A trailer. If you have a trailer, hit up the show because Nate might be moving cross country and, maybe you guys can film. If you and your lady drive across country, you guys should film it.
100%. GoPros all around.
That would be super dope. But so
we need to get into wrestling. It's weird.
Y'all didn't tune in for all this therapy that we do, but we missed each other because it's been like 3 weeks.
I agree. Listen. I don't even listen to them because they're trash. But I bet you the Power Rangers shows don't have this kind of love.
Hell no. They too busy fighting over about who want to be the pink and the yellow and the red and the blue ranger. I saw that it getting lit on Twitter the other day, somebody trying to hate on the IllumiNERDI. That was pretty hilarious. Oh, yeah.
Who? I don't know about this.
Who's stealing our gimmick?
Yeah, somebody was trying to hate real hard because IllumiNERDI was out dropping them gems and they were mad about it. But it's all right.
Listen, these are things I need to be alerted. Because I am bored on social media and I am ready to fucking absolutely batten down the hatches and drop some hammer on people for no.
I got you. I'm gonna send you the tweet.
Wrong. I don't even care if we're wrong. It's like Slim Charles in The Wire. If it's a lie, you fight on that lie. But we gotta fight.
Salute to The Wire. Nate. See, that's what we.
Hey, Nate, you want to know something about The Wire? Never seen it.
But wait, hold on. I need a special effect for that. Hold on. Let me see if I can do it right.
I'm ready.
Boo. There we go. Oh, it landed right on the camera. Boo. Oh, I missed. But anyway, we are going to talk some wrestling to you guys tonight. Elimination Chamber tonight on the WWE pay-per-view, followed by the Broken Skull Chronicles, where Stone Cold talked to Sasha Banks. So, you know, maybe we'll talk a little bit about that because it's really interesting and some real, I have a little bit more to finish it, but ooh, some real tea came out of that. But back to the Elimination Chamber. Now, if you guys watch the show, you know of the three of us, I'm probably the most WWE friendly person on the panel. And I wasn't feeling it. I was so bored tonight watching Elimination Chamber. And I legit feel like of all the pay-per-views, it's the worst unless there's a real definitive reason for it to go down, like with Kofi and Kofi Mania and how that, you know, led into the road to WrestleMania. But tonight's show did absolutely nothing for me.
Here's a question. Isn't the Elimination Chamber usually in a different month?
No, it's always this time.
It's always, the Elimination Chamber is always the pay-per-view before Mania.
No, there's one more before Mania. We still got Fastlane.
Yeah.
I know. Think about that.
I know. At least Fastlane is more matches. Like, Elimination Chamber is only good when it serves a real purpose in the road to WrestleMania. Like, you know, like with Kofi, they made him jump through all them hoops to get the main event match, so it served a purpose. But tonight, like with Drew McIntyre, they already let us know that Drew is not facing Roman at WrestleMania, so it kind of made it a little bit pointless because of the outcome. We'll go through the matches, but it really had no point, and I was very disinterested, and that's crazy for me, the most WWE friendly person.
She's coming around.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought the chamber matches were kind of good. I mean, the storylines were kind of trash, but I don't know. I was entertained by the wrestling aspect of it, but I guess, you know, we can
Let's
get
break
into
it
that.
down. Which one should we start with? Should we start with the men's or the women's?
Well, the men's. There was a women's.
I mean, the men's Elimination Chamber. That's part of it too, because last year chamber match. See, I told you guys in the group text that I dozed off during the match, and I woke up only to see Roman squash Daniel Bryan. So if I fell asleep during the first match. So you know what, Nate? Let's kick it off with you with the men's match.
Yeah. So the first match was the one where the winner gets to face Roman Reigns. Fuck you, Pumps. I see you, big giant eyes. Listen, I see Pumps is cutting a promo on me without. Tell me how you're cutting a promo on me without cutting a promo. Anyway, so so this was the one where the winner gets to face Roman at the end, and I'm not gonna lie, I was entertained. I liked all of the Daniel Bryan. Who else was in this match?
Kevin
Owens, Steen, Kevin Owens, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought there was a cool little thing where Sammy and KO were pretending that they were going to get back together, and then KO fucked them up. I don't know. I was kind of into it. I thought one of the Usos was in it. I thought he performed really. I thought all of the dudes in this match did exactly what they could do to make it entertaining. I don't understand why. So it's going to be Edge and Roman, right? Because at the end, correct?
Yes.
Right.
Edge, who was not in the Elimination Chamber.
No, that was the big reveal at the end.
Right, because they can only afford so many Edge matches. So Daniel Bryan wins, and then and then at the end, it's like, oh shit, here comes Roman. It's kind of fucked up. I haven't watched the last couple of weeks. What's the reason behind that? Like, did some sort of authority figure? Why is it that was the case in this match, but not in the SmackDown? Like, why? Why did the guy who just competed against 5 other dudes have to then wrestle the champion? I don't understand.
I think that they just needed kind of like a filler because the chamber match never had a purpose. When Edge won the Royal Rumble the other day, it was come on now, you're not going to bring Edge back for him to face Drew McIntyre. Of course, he's going to be in the main event because he's a legend. So I think that they just needed something to happen.
I was kind of hoping Edge was going to wrestle Finn Balor for the NXT Championship, but that's that's not going to happen.
You never know. But they really never had a plan for what was going to be the outcome of the elimination match. And so Roman in his whole heeldom was like, well, if I got to do all that, then let's get it over with. He's going to have to wrestle me as soon as he finishes his other match because I'm the head of the table.
Right. So, and listen, when DB threw him in the fucking, what's that called, Pumps? The yes lock?
It used to be the LaBelle lock, but yeah, it's the yes lock now.
Chuck Liddell?
No, LaBelle.
Who's LaBelle?
I believe they said it was his coach. I'm not sure.
So he throws him in the yes lock, and I was like, all right, that's kind of fresh. And I was kind of hoping for like a 10-minute match afterwards. I could have been down with that. I could have been down with DB kicking out of some shit. You know what I mean? But the fact that they just squashed him I don't understand the point of having Daniel Bryan win then.
They could have even done it just off of the fact that they had time because they had to take Asuka and Lacey's match out of the mix. They could have let them go for a little bit.
Why did they have to take Asuka?
Well, hold on. I'd like to talk about this match for a minute.
Yeah, we're going to get there. But Pumps, we are the Ebenezer Scrooge of WWE. Please tell us your thoughts on this Elimination Chamber match.
Well, mark it down. It's, I don't know. I just want to point out my calendar at 10:27. I liked it. It was good.
What the hell is going on this show tonight?
I enjoyed this match. I thought Baron Corbin got out of the way as quickly as he possibly could.
Baron was in it too. The king of the ring.
I thought this was a good showcase for Cesaro.
I totally forgot all these people was in this match.
Yeah,
See?
Daniel Bryan.
Cesaro, his trunks though looked like that shit that Scott Steiner used to wear on his head.
No, what his
chainmail. He had chainmail trunks, and it was distracting.
His trunks look like the trunks that all the chicks are ordering off of Amazon to make their asses look big. That's what his trunks look like. He's like, get me those Amazon leggings that the ladies are wearing and just cut them. I want my ass to be looking like in these pants. That's what Cesaro was giving.
I forgot Cesaro was even on the fucking roster. And the dude shows up in the big Papa pants.
Well, he looked good in his big Papa trunks.
The big Papa trunks!
He said, you're going to get ass tonight.
Who's the rapper? You or me?
I don't know.
Speaking of rappers, can we talk about how Bad Bunny is working harder than anybody else in the company? And he don't even really work there for real. He bumping, he cutting promos, he got a
shirts.
Big Bunny's
selling merch.
Bad Bunny's winning the belt at Mania.
I swear to God.
So back to this Elimination Chamber match.
No, I loved it. I thought it was good, and then I thought
this is shocking.
I thought the aftermath with Bryan getting one sort of sneaky move in and then kind of getting destroyed. I think it sold the intensity of the match. The previous match, it wasn't hokey, but I mean, Bryan and Roman are two of the best workers in the company. So I mean,
I didn't mean to cut you off, Pumps.
No, you're fine.
Had Roman and DB been in some sort of
anything
program, that would be a great finish. Now that you've mentioned it, I do like maybe I didn't need him to go 10 minutes, but but the fact that they it wasn't even a thing
at all. It's weird. Daniel Bryan. If it would have been anyone else.
They don't need to be, though. That's the good thing about Daniel Bryan. He's evergreen.
Sure.
Man,
pardon the nature pun, but I mean,
Roman should have speared him and leaned over him and went, now yes on that. And then that should have been the the payoff and send him back to the locker room. If you know, I wasn't feeling it. This is incredible, you guys.
I know what a drastic face turn by me and a heel turn by Jay. I don't get it.
Grr.
Well, don't worry. I get back to my normal ways after this, so it's okay.
So
I don't know.
Right. So all right. So the caveat at the end of this match is that we've got Edge and Roman for the strap at Mania.
Zero chance Edge wins that, by the way.
None.
Well, because
Edge looks so hungry.
But you know what? Did you say Edge looks so hungry?
Yes.
Like hungry, like for food, or hungry
like
for championship?
Face, he just looks like. I'm like, come on.
Well, you know, there's a reason a lot of these former wrestlers have a real thin face now, and it rhymes with human growth hormone. Look at Cena's face. He looks like he hasn't had water or food in 10 years.
John Cena always gives me like Gaston or something. Like, I need them to cast him in like one of those Disney movies or something.
He looks like Jack Skellington now.
My God. Yeah, that's how Edge looks. Edge looks like...
Weird.
You remember the scene in Beetlejuice where they're at the end and the guy has the book and he's cast a spell and the couple are starting to turn into skeletons and die. And Winona Ryder is like, they're going to die because they're starting to turn into skeletons from real people. That's how Edge looks to me. Like he's on the verge of turning into the skeleton. He's the Skelly Mans. I need somebody to make him some grits, some greens, some cornbread, some cabbage, some yams. Like, yo.
All right, listen. But the Edge of Famine is much better than Brock Lesnar wrestling in the main event.
For sure. I'd much rather
Edge. Like we know Edge isn't going to win a match versus Emil or Roman Reigns. But at least we know that we're going to get a good match out of it. And that's really all I fucking care about.
I need them to feed him, though, because then next to Roman, he just looks so senior next to Roman, because Roman's looking fucking hot. Face looking
He is
tight.
Senior. He is. How old is Edge?
But he just needs a little weight. Because, I mean, like, look at...
Five-ish.
Look at Goldberg's ass. So whenever they put Goldberg on... Goldberg is old, but he still looks filled out. Don't say it, Pumps. So I just need them to feed Edge a little bit more before this match. It's okay for him to be a little bit more dad bod. You know, he doesn't have to be so lean.
I hope Christian goes to the ring with Edge. That would be fresh.
He probably will.
That would be fresh. If he had a second, just for the hell of it. Like, Edge
Roman's got Heyman, so.
That's what I mean. So how much... I'm calling it right.
You just booked the end of the match and another match going forward. You booked Christian screws Edge, and then Edge and Christian have one last blow off at something down the road.
Sure, fair enough. Yes, fair enough. But how much you want to bet Christian and Roman wrestle at Fastlane?
Who?
Christian and Roman.
Don't even say that shenanigan nonsense Nate shame you. No. Yeah. I'd rather them roll KO back out there. That's another thing.
Why not? Christian comes out and he's like, yo.
I don't think Christian isn't as in shape as Edge. Like they threw him into one match.
He looked good at the Rumble.
But it was like he came in what position? Like way towards the end?
Oh, we're sorry.
He could go.
Jay, Christian didn't fucking go 47 minutes in the Royal Rumble.
No, yeah, didn't he come out like late, like
20? I'll say 23
in the 20s. Yeah, no, I wouldn't put him in no Fastlane match.
All right, I would rather watch Christian wrestle than Dominic.
Oh yeah, come on, or the sommelier. But we'll get to that.
Oh, Lord.
All right, next match.
Next match was the next match. It was the U.S. title, wasn't it?
Yes.
Some more mess that I was just not feeling it tonight. I'm not a Matt Riddle. If you know this show, you know I'm not with the whole Matt Riddle gimmick. Like, it's nothing personal. It's like how with me with Lacey Evans. It's nothing personal. I just don't like the gimmick. I think it's cornball. I would be nauseated if someone's bare feet were touching me in a wrestling ring, but that's my own personal. If my feet touching me, that'd be really gross. But just on top of that, the whole bro, it worked in NXT, but it's real cornball and it doesn't translate well, I think, on the main roster. So I'm, whatever. They got Bobby Lashley looking like a beast to take the belt off him, but they put him in the next shit he's going to be into, which is cool, but the transition into it was just stupid. Like, it was just stupid. Fuck out of here.
I don't think Matt Riddle is a gimmick. I think that's legit how Matt Riddle is. I think Matt Riddle is Matt Riddle.
That's whack. I don't like that character.
I mean, I get it. I mean, I don't mind it. I think Matt Riddle can go. I think the dude can wrestle his ass off.
Well, maybe it just didn't talk.
Well, listen, he's
I'm
gonna
not trying to, dude. I'm not watching a promo of this dude. Fuck yeah, dude. Dude, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Came out with flip flops in my hands, man. Yo, got the belt, dude. Yeah.
I think he's this generation's Rob Van Dam.
Oh, stop it. You stop it.
Tell me your favorite Rob Van Dam promo.
What a maroon.
Nobody gets higher than RVD.
That's the whole, Matt Riddle's whole shit is being high.
Matt Riddle's also a disgusting human being. He gets Eddie Peterson and Shawn Michaels. Sorry, you're disqualified. You're a terrible human being.
All right. First of all,
run it, Pumps.
Allegedly.
I'm not going to let you disrespect the GOAT, Shawn Michaels, on my show.
It's the rule. You know my rule.
Okay.
If you're if Ultimate Warrior, same thing. Horrible human being. You're disqualified.
I know that's right. Pump said revisionist history.
How great is this week where it's all over the place? The first match, usually Jay, you'd like it. Pump and I like it this week. The next match, Jay, you hate it. I'm into it. Pumps hates it.
Hated it. Yeah, I'm not feeling that.
I wish we could have seen Keith instead of Morrison.
Wait, what's up with him? Why did he
injured.
Get taken off? Oh, okay.
He's injured because his wife's pregnant? No.
I was like, whose wife's pregnant? No.
They just got engaged.
Yeah,
I'm just throwing shit out there.
Oh, okay.
Well, breaking news, Nate over here.
Apparently, people are pregnant.
Apparently.
All right. On to the next match.
Yeah, next was the women's tag debauchery fiasco thing.
Didn't watch it.
I did.
Yeah, I sat through it.
Let's start with the positives. You already know what the positives were. These two bad bitches, these queens, Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair, looking like queens.
Congrats on not getting hurt by the botchopotamus.
Now, Bianca
didn't hurt anybody.
Bianca won the Rumble, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, Nia didn't botch anybody. They didn't make any unnecessary hole jokes, so they let that die. Thank you. I like Shayna Baszler's. I like Shayna Baszler's ring gear. She should wear. I like that kind of gear on her better. It was really really cool and still true to what how she wrestles, her style, her swag. That was dope. More of that gear, more colorful, because the black is always, it's just so boring. I like what she had on tonight. But yeah, they did pretty good until they ruined the stupidity with the stupid ass sommelier stupidity. Like, it reminds me of when Carmella had the guy who used to carry the briefcase for her.
Ellsworth.
Another
horrible human being, allegedly.
So Sommelier Reginald interfered in the match, of course, and they lost the match. And I get it, because they didn't want Bianca losing a match while she's on the road to WrestleMania. I mean, come on now. Does anyone believe that she's going to face Asuka?
Jay, what are you going to do at WrestleMania when it's Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair and worlds will collide? What are you going to do? Who can win there? Who's winning, Jay?
Sasha still got to win. Sasha still got to win. But I love me some Bianca. It's too soon. You can't.
So you've got a young star that can't win the big one.
Not yet. But it just carries a few. I think they should keep them in a long feud. Like how NXT is so good at building up their feuds over and over again. But I think it's too soon to anoint Bianca unless Sasha's about to leave and go film more Mandalorian. But which could be a possibility too. But either way, I'm with it. I just want to see what they're gonna wear. That's all, because I know it's gonna be lit. What y'all wearing?
Fair enough.
Shoot, I might buy. I gotta get me some shirts. I might get some shirts and sew them in half, and like half be Sasha and half be Bianca. I might have to do that for WrestleMania. You heard
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got next?
Was the men's? Was it the men's chamber? Was that it?
That's it, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ended so weird. It ended at like 25 after the hour. Like,
they had to scrap the Lacey Asuka thing.
Right.
Oh, yes. So let's talk about that. Lacey Evans is for real pregnant?
Yes.
By Ric Flair?
No.
I know.
Okay. All right. Well, I just had to. Some people don't know. We don't know. People don't know.
Ric Flair a pimp. You never know. You fellas, can make deposits into the bank far longer than women can. So
listen, we might have some spillovers from some Power Ranger shows, and they don't know. They don't know if Tommy, is that a Power Ranger? Tommy,
Jason David Frank.
Tommy, and what's another one? Zach, is that another? Zach was the black dude, yeah.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
I saw the best meme about him. It was something about him needing a lineup, and it was his hair from back in the. I was like, "Woo, shit!" Roasted
anyway,
retroactively.
So Vince McMahon's got to be pissed unless that's his kid, right?
Well, you know what? It's Lacey, so.
In terms of Lacey Evans checks all the Vince McMahon boxes. All right, that was a bad joke. It bombed. Whatever. Not even Pumps laughed. But.
I didn't know exactly who you were trying to pin that on.
Vince.
Oh.
That would be
That's what I mean. So, like, unless Vince impregnated her, he can't be thrilled. Because don't you have to, like, run that kind of shit by the office? Like, you can't just get a push and then get knocked up.
I mean, there was a good debate on a podcast I was listening to. I can't remember if it was Cornette or what. No, it was Cornette. And Cornette took the stance of like, what a dumbass getting pregnant. And then his co-host was like, no, screw them. If I'm not classified as an employee, then I'm not beholden to you.
Exactly.
So if she can deal with the backlash of having to go away during the biggest angle of her career.
That's what I mean.
Shit, she might have done that shit on purpose. She probably is like, blow up the club because this angle is whack.
Burn it down.
Get out of it.
Wasn't me.
Seth Rollins.
I've been snowed in all week. It wasn't me. And it wasn't Shay.
She's a beautiful woman.
Was it Shay? Did you knock up Lacey Evans? Look at him. He doesn't have
texting her right now.
He doesn't even have his headphones on.
He ain't giving a damn about nothing we're talking about.
This is a chore for Shay. We're having a good time. This is a chore for him.
I know. I got to take a picture of this just so we can send it back to him.
Yeah. Get in there, pumps it.
So, but yeah,
right.
I mean, Lacey Evans is a beautiful woman. So, and she's a wrestler. So my money is it's another wrestler. So, because we know wrestlers like to be together. And we just don't know who, but
no, it's definitely not. It's definitely not Rick's.
No, it's not Ric Flair.
I know.
But congratulations to her. Have a safe pregnancy. It's never been personal. I think you are cool. I just don't like your gimmick, but I think you are cool. You're a beautiful woman, and I hope you have a very beautiful pregnancy.
Yeah, I have nothing against her as a person. She needs a repackage. I think this will be good for her.
Totally the thing that always struck me about her when I've gone to a couple of the shows and I got to see her, I mean, she's a beautiful woman on TV, but when you see her in person, she is gorgeous. gorgeous. Like she is really beautiful. She's really athletic. Her body is banging.
She's like
And
the
that
real
just
life. She's like the real life Cammy or
she's
Sonya Blade.
thank you.
Right?
Like she's really, really
For you
gorgeous and
wrestling folks.
athletic. And she deserves so much better. Oh, now this producer wants
Oh,
to be
now
producing
suddenly
it
he wants
all
to put his
stuff.
headphones on. We
Now
were
you want to
shitting
be
on you
producing
without your headphones, bro.
stuff.
Yep, you're gonna have to go back and listen because we were shitting on you not having your headphones on during
Going off.
IllumiNERDI's worst rated show.
Okay. So if you bring back Lacey,
Yes.
if you could wave your wand, how do you bring her back? Do you bring her back as a face or a heel? And how would you guys change her? Nate, how would you or would you even change her at all? What would you do with her?
I like Lacey Evans' character. I don't think she's that great in the ring, but like I like she's a Southern belle. Like I dig it. She's one of the ones that she was in the military, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're gonna bring her back, like I was joking earlier, like Cammy from Street Fighter or Sonya Blade from fucking Mortal Kombat. I mean, I don't really know what more she can be other than what she already is. I mean, here's the thing with women's wrestling.
Oh boy. Hang on.
I have to lean in.
Wait. Okay, go ahead.
Here's the thing with women's wrestling.
Yep.
They don't do gimmicks.
Okay.
Women's wrestling doesn't do gimmicks.
Like what's a male gimmick that you are drawing the parallel to?
Who's this?
I don't know who that is.
Session Moth Martina, the best woman's gimmick going right now.
But listen, there are exceptions to rules. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance,
Jessica Havoc isn't a gimmick. Maria Maniac isn't a gimmick.
That's
not my fault that you're uninformed.
You won't let me finish my point.
Alexa, stop. What the hell? You guys see my Alexa come on, scared the hell out of me.
Jay just had a poltergeist.
Listen. This is gonna be an awful parallel, and I'm gonna start with this, and I'm gonna go somewhere else. But for instance, you take Smash from Demolition, okay? Right?
Okay, Mass Superstar Bill Eadie. Go ahead.
Right. Nope. That was Axe. Fucking gotcha, bitch.
Oh, Barry Darso.
Yeah, gotcha. I'm sorry you had to hear that, Jay. So, you take Smash from Demolition. He was Demolition Smash, blah, blah, blah. Then they bring him back. Who is he? The motherfucking Repo Man. Okay? It was awful, but it was a different gimmick. You take Kurt Angle when he first comes into the WWE, he's fucking Olympic superstar, blah, blah, blah. Then he morphs into another character. You take Stone Cold Steve Austin. He was the ringmaster when he first came in. All of a sudden, he changes into Stone Cold Steve Austin. Rocky Maivia came out in some fucking weird tribal, high chief type shit at Survivor Series.
If you say Bob Holly, I am leaving this call.
Bob Holly is a race car driver, and then all of a sudden he comes out and my point is that female wrestlers don't get repackaged. They just are them, and that sucks. I don't like that, but name me a female who came out as one thing and then went away and came back as something different.
Becky
Alundra
Lynch.
Blaze.
That was fucking 20 years ago, Jim.
You didn't give a qualifier, Nathan.
Let's see. Becky Lynch, Bailey.
Becky Lynch, she just became more badass.
But she had that whole Irish lass kicker, and then she dropped that whole thing.
Oh, she dropped the Irish lass kicker for "I'm the man and will kick your ass." I mean, it's the same shit.
Well, no, she got snuffed in the grill by the botchopotamus and turned into the man.
Mm-hmm.
My
Look
point
at Bailey.
Bailey, I'll give you Bailey, but because Bailey went all in and Bailey cut her hair into some Karen shit, like those are exceptions to the rule. Female wrestlers don't get like, look at Chad Gable. Chad Gable was an American Alpha and he was a badass fucking Olympian, blah, blah, blah. Then all of a sudden he's shorty fucking G. Look at the Usos. They have the face paint. They're fucking da-da-da. Now he's a Samoan gangster from San Pedro. My point is that females don't get repackaged.
So is that more of a light shining on the creative department more so than the talent, which brings us back to they need to be more writers in the writers' room that are
How many
female?
times did Alicia Fox switch it up?
Okay, yeah, that's a great example.
I think that the wrestling.
Wait, well, Ivory. Ivory started as something. Ivory became the right to censor girl.
Dog. Like
look at
4
Bliss. Look at Alexa
in
Bliss.
30 years. Like, let's look at how many female wrestlers have been compared to how many gimmick changes there have been. It's not even.
Okay, well, wait. Let's put a pin in it on this. Women just barely got full matches.
Yeah.
They just barely got full matches. Like within what's it been like now? 4 years? 3 years?
Yeah, the Revolution.
Was the whole Give Divas a Chance thing?
Was like was 14, 15, I want to say.
Yeah,
and before that, they were hiring literal swimsuit models. You don't need a gimmick if you're hiring a swimsuit model.
They don't care about the gimmick because it's like as long as your ass is fat and your tits are big, then yeah, sit her out there. It's good. You know, so they don't even get.
Okay, you're right. So to answer your question, how can Lacey Evans come back? I don't know. As a fucking dentist, I mean, how does she come back? She comes back as a fucking attorney. Like,
no,
gimmick.
They have her come back looking like a whole different woman. Like, give her like black hair or red hair. You know, take all that blonde shit off. Cut it short, make her look like Trinity from the Matrix. You know, you could do anything. Her wrestling abilities would have to step way up for that, but there's ways to do it. That's why they have all these very highly compensated people working there who are the creatives.
I'm just saying, until they start doing that kind of shit, every female is just who they are when they come in and they don't get to change.
I don't agree with that. You know, just like the whole
rolling his eyes.
Like just even off of the whole thing I just got through watching with Sasha with the Broken Skulls thing and talking about how she came in and she was a face and she was, oh, you know, just happy to be here. And then one day she was like, I'm tired of these bitches messing with me. And she came in with a whole nother persona, and that's how the Sasha Banks thing.
Sasha Banks always looks like Sasha Banks.
You remember when Lana had a Russian accent?
I do. And she should have kept it.
I don't like her with Naomi, but
they don't get a repackage though, right? Yeah, you remember the Funkadactyls? No, women don't get a repackage.
Funk is on a road.
Lana didn't get a fucking repackage. She just.
What do you mean?
Showed up one day and started speaking regular.
Okay, well then, all right. Well then, by that same token, would you say Kofi got a repackage because he was a whole Jamaican before?
Yes.
That's a very bad accent.
Kofi absolutely got a repackage when the New Day were fucking church choir singers. They got vignettes. They got a full repackage.
Has there ever been a gimmick that has pulled the nose up harder than the New Day?
Not one.
I can't think of one.
Well, okay. What about the Riot Girls? I mean, they're still called the same thing, but the Riot Squad, like they look totally different. Because before they were kind of like Marvel-y, DC.
Mizdow.
You know.
Sorry. Pumps challenged me with something, and I had to think about it for a second. Damian Sandow being Miz's second pulled the nose up equal to the New Day and got being his stunt double over.
Well, but Mizdow never had the success. Like the New Day has won championships in every division. Like Mizdow was never world champ. He wasn't even TNA champ after he left.
But here you go to prove my point. So Damian Sandow goes to fucking TNA, and he comes out as Liberace. And he did, right? He had rings, and he was acting gay, and he was Ms. Delachi. Until a female completely, I don't mean changing their hair color. I don't mean it like completely comes back as something like Alexa Bliss, even though she's down with the Fiend, is still Alexa Bliss. She's just acting like a weirdo.
No, she started as like a cheerleader thing for
like moving the goalpost a little bit, Nate, because it's not that much different from than say like
she was a valet for Blake and Murphy in NXT.
Yeah, I mean
Carmella was a hairdresser for Enzo and Cass.
And then
that's not a repackage. Come on.
Now she's doing her whole new thing, but I think it's more so that they are probably told, no, I don't think that's a good idea. The fans won't believe it. They could be pitching all sorts of shit.
Just pull your trunks up your ass, pal. It'll be great.
Yeah. We're not seeing enough ass if you wear that. It's not going to work. It's not good shit.
I'm with it. Listen, I'm with it. I'm just saying I want to see a complete 360.
180.
Female, 180. I'm bad at math.
360 is a full rotation, so you'd be back in the exact same spot.
I want you to go 180 and then stop at 180 and then go 360 again. But you know what I mean? Like,
do you think Maurice is coming back?
No.
I don't know. I think they're going to bring Maurice back because I've been watching as back with the Miz, like back with that. Like,
no, I think if she is coming back, she'll come back when Morrison's wife Valkyrie debuts because she signed.
Mm-hmm. I think Maurice is going to come back because I've been watching her social and she's getting back into wrestling shape. Not just I had some kids and I want to look good. No, she's looking kind of hard body. So I wouldn't be surprised if she's coming back too.
So let's just all right. Well,
we didn't talk about the men's chamber, by the way.
Well, no, that's a great segue because she was talking about Maurice. So we'll just go into the Miz.
Exactly.
The men's chamber match, I thought it was good. I mean, it was
a match.
Yeah, it was a match. It wasn't as good as the Raw Elimination Chamber. I'm done with Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
It's fucking corny. He doesn't do it for me anymore.
I agree.
He's one of those legends that like I could watch AJ Styles wrestle all day. I don't care how fucking old he is.
AJ Styles has changed his style as he's gotten older, though.
Yes, and it works.
Jeff Hardy has done the same shit since 1994.
AJ Styles is borderline, without the championships, the Tom Brady of professional wrestling.
Ooh.
In terms of, he just doesn't seem to age. AJ Styles is like 43 years old. And you don't ever think like, oh, old boy lost a step. Or, oh, you know what I mean? Like, he just, and it's like you said, Pumps, he's modified his in-ring work to give him the opportunity to continue to wrestle for a really long time.
Yeah.
And I just, when AJ Styles is in there with Drew at the end of the match, I'm buying that he could win.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Whenever I see Hardy come out, I can close my eyes and visualize what the match is going to look like.
Yeah.
And he's too old to be still doing all that stuff that he's doing, swantoning off of the damn top of the chamber. That's doing too much. You're doing too much. You and your brother over at AEW. Both of y'all are too old to be doing all that. I mean, they are like those guys who were like real hot when they were young. And now they're not, and they still want to go down and hang out where all the hot young girls are and think they're still hot. Like, that's what they've turned into for me. And I got love for the Hardy Boys for sure. But nah, I need them to. I liked it better
it's time to go.
Yeah.
For them. For them. Yeah.
Or like, maybe to a part-time status or just adapt your style into something a little less bump oriented because they're good on the mic. And I'm just concerned for their health because that's some rough bumps to be taken at that age after all them years of competing. That's rough.
I agree. And Jeff Hardy never changed anything.
Nothing.
And it's just it doesn't do it for me. You know what I
I
mean?
feel you on that, Nate. I agree. I feel you on that completely.
Um,
So, but they had to throw him in there. And yeah.
Yeah, so at the end of the match, Drew McIntyre wins. The Miz fucking cashes in because he is the briefcase winner
Because
from
of course he
Otis.
would.
Yeah,
Lashley put the beat down on Drew,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
which is what softened him up, and then Miz cashed in.
Yep.
So do you think? So how does that work?
Miz is gonna drop that shit on like Raw. He ain't gonna keep it that long.
Or he holds it till Mania.
I think Miz
Bad
holds
Bunny.
it till Mania. Yeah, I think Miz holds it towards Mania.
Do you really put Miz into Mania though?
Yeah. I think the fact that Bad Bunny is absolutely destroying.
Bad Bunny is the biggest star on Raw.
Merch sales and fucking.
He's going to be the champion.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be the champion, but
yes, he is. I'm telling you.
Bad Bunny is. Listen, I hate that Bad Bunny is wrestling. I don't mind that Bad Bunny has been on WWE TV. I don't, because if that was me, I'd be all in too. And he's a big fan, and I get it. And the dude has rocked the chalk line jackets that that I buy and that are very dope. And he's been training at the Performance Center, whatever, to take bumps. I was having this conversation at work the other day. To me, the best celebrity that's ever been involved and actually wrestled has been the Green Arrow dude.
Stephen Amell?
Yes.
Oh, I like him.
He could actually do it. Like, he was doing some stuff.
What about McAfee?
You know what? You're right. McAfee and Stephen Amell.
Yeah. Stephen Amell is cool. I liked him. He was coming off all that training he was doing, probably for Ninja Turtles or whatever he was in. And it all kind of the skill set helped him there. But
I think
Bad Bunny doesn't bother me. I'd rather see Bad Bunny than the Prince Mysterio.
This is 100%. This is what I think. I think that Vince realizes that this is the last Mania before we can really put people in a state. I think that he knows
he's hedged his bets with the locations anyway.
Right.
Because it's Florida, then Texas.
And then LA.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
Yeah.
And Bad Bunny is the biggest. Bad Bunny is as big, if not bigger, than Beyonce worldwide right now in 2021.
He's a big star. I agree.
I mean, oh boy, is
he's a huge star. He's a huge global
worldwide, huge worldwide, huge.
I mean, if you move 500,000 in merch in the short time you've been on,
that's bananas. That's bananas.
And all that is that's Bad Bunny fans that don't give a fuck about wrestling, that want that exclusive T-shirt.
Yeah.
But will they spend $5.99 to get Peacock for a month to watch him at Mania?
Yeah.
I mean,
for sure.
If half of them do, that's a win.
Them people, when you have fandom like that, they're gonna
half of them, it's a win.
Yeah. Speaking of superstars we haven't seen in a while, I know Ronda Rousey said her and Travis Brown was trying to live off grid, but goddamn, has anybody had eyes on Ronda Rousey? Is she coming back? I think Ronda Rousey been on the low having a baby and she just didn't say anything.
Her contract does not have much time left on it. I think it's about up.
And there's been not even a glimpse, not an inclination. When Sasha talked about her in the Broken Skulls thing, I was like, yeah, damn, it's been hella since we've even heard her name. It was like she was never there. It was never there. Did you guys watch that? Did you hear her, Sasha say that Ronda had a botch and split her shoulder in whatever that match is they were in? What was it? Wrestling?
I mean, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm assuming that's the one that Nia was talking about, where she was like, I'm gonna stand up for these girls when these new people are coming in and hurting them. That was a couple years ago when she said
the
that.
the irony.
Yeah.
But-
Exactly.
the irony. But yeah,
But
she
just-
said Ronda split her shoulder. I gotta finish watching it. I have like a little bit more, but it's really good. I like Stone Cold doing these interviews because, you know, he's just a straight shooter and he's just asking straight up. You know,
Yeah,
what
I
what's
do
coming
like.
up.
Yes, yes. I haven't watched it yet either because I just finished the pay-per-view right before our show. But I do like that even though I know nothing is off limits, that he gives Austin a pretty long leash or pretty long rope to ask and get information from the people that he interviews. I feel like yeah, I feel like Austin, you know, was kind of, listen, if I'm going to do this and you're going to put it on the network, you got to let me ask what I want to ask, and you got to let people be honest.
Yeah.
And for the most part in the interviews that I've seen in the Broken Skull sessions, it's been that way. I haven't watched the Sasha Banks one yet, but I plan on it.
Yeah,
It's
definitely
good.
gonna give it a watch.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So, my gentlemen, we are coming to the end of our hour. How shall we conclude this show? Shall we talk about Shay's hair? That is looking over the headphones. Shall we close out with go to WrestleMania? How shall we conclude?
I have a quick FTR question for Nate that I brought up on Wednesday. And Jay, you can definitely chime in on this too. So when FTR debuted in AEW, they had this big to-do. They had this big contract signing. They're going to use tag ropes, old school rules, this and that, the whole thing. Why are they doing backslap tags and things of that nature? Wouldn't that be counterproductive to your
backslap tags?
I don't like backslap tags.
That's some Jim Crockett shit.
For the old school team, for the best technical team in the biz that made a big deal out of it, I just wanted you to defend that.
Because
sir.
What's the difference?
If you will, Daddy.
Daddy, what's the difference between, okay, listen, look, my back's here. What's the difference between me going like this and a dude just slapping my back? A tag is a tag.
A legal tag.
It's not intentional.
A legal tag. That's a legal tag.
But then you don't need the rope and the little rope thing. If I can slap your back, then shit, let me walk down the apron when you're in the middle of the ring and slap your back there too then. Or can I reach my foot? Can I just like put my foot out and like tag you then too, you know? I feel like it's just not intentional. Some things you got to keep old school. Just
see what was intentional was Shay fucking shaking his head.
Don't pass the buck. Don't pass the buck just because you can't defend your tag team.
Listen, the Revival is the greatest tag team on the planet right now, and if they want to do back tags, I am for it.
You know, the only time I like back tags is if it's like partners who don't want to work together. Like throw them into a match and they're like,
and let the other one not go.
And then they tag and then they look at each other like, what the hell are you doing? That's the only time I like them.
Jay, you just proved my point for me and I appreciate you. That's the deal. When it's a Survivor Series and people don't like each other and you just slap it, all of a sudden that's all right. But if the guys are working in conjunction like a unit, that's a problem.
Yeah, because I feel like it's like a
so you're saying there's a rift in FTR?
Yeah, I feel like it's rift creating because it's not continuity. It's like all right, get your ass out. I'm gonna tag in now too. Instead of go, homie, take it for the team. And I only like back tags.
They missed their finisher by a country mile on Wednesday. I know you saw it.
Listen, hey, did they miss it more than Kenta misses the go to sleep on Jon Moxley?
Which time?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Which time?
Kenta looks like
hit it.
He looks like a child.
So does Marco Stunt, but your boys bumped for him.
Hey, speaking of continuity, I want What are you all right, Shay? What's going on
Is
in
that
your
the
house?
help signal? What's going on?
Fucking
Okay.
flashlights twice for help.
And the way the chair is, it looks like something menacing is behind him, about to snatch him out.
Ooh.
God,
Anyway,
yeah.
What were you saying, Nate?
I don't even remember.
We were concerned about Shay's well-being.
Making sure that Shay didn't have some fucking Blair Witch stuff happening.
For real. You good, Shay?
Speaking of continuity, Pumps, I want to put some respect on your mustache.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
thank you, sir.
And I want to make sure.
I was responding to chat.
Yes, I think that your mustache is
the glue that holds the IllumiNERDI together.
100%. 100%.
Damn right.
You took the words out of my mouth.
Yes, well,
I'm
it's a
amazed
wily
you still
beast. This
have it.
mustache. Me too.
I need to holler at Mrs. Pump. She let you keep it, huh?
Well, you know,
Mustache rides.
I was gonna make that joke, but then I remembered my mother watches. So,
Hi.
on that note,
You
also,
need that shirt.
my father used to have a pin that said "mustache rides 5 cents," and I never understood it. Real quick, if you want an update on the Joseph Meehan, aka Joey Shit, Jim Cornette had his lawyer on. Jim Cornette's lawyer is representing one of the people that Joey Ryan tried to sue. So there's some good behind the scenes on that. It's about an hour and 15 minutes into the show, 15 or 30, something like that. I don't know. He does like 4-hour podcast. It's a marathon, but it's on there. It'll actually probably be on YouTube. I think that's all I have as far as outsider news, but that was something I wanted to make sure we got to, because it is a pretty good insight into someone who has, firsthand exact knowledge of just the type of person that man is. So
Joey Ryan, fuck him.
And
agreed.
Beans. And so is ass shut. And put the hanger on the stove and make it hot and keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them.
Are we just gonna do rap? Are we just gonna do rap references today, Jay, to start
all day?
The show? I love it.
All day. Rap references and wire references. You can do a whole show. There's quotable for everything.
I love it. I love it.
Romantical.
My name is Nathan Askill.
Yes.
And I have a new song dropping tomorrow called A Little Room. I have a new album dropping on March 1st called Cannon Fodder. You can catch me on all the things: Bandcamp, SoundCloud, Instagram, Facebook. I like to laugh and rap. Let's go.
For sure.
Whoever wants these hands can get it.
Rappers are catching these hands. Let's go.
All day. Hand sandwiches, 2 for 1. And lastly, I am your friend, Giandra LaBeouf. Please follow me on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. Feel free to email me. Follow my YouTube channel, Bad Culture TV. And just have everyone be lovely and wonderful. And fuck all the dumb shit that they did during this pay-per-view. Y'all know I wasn't giving it to you all sweet and kindly like that. Come on now. But anyway, follow me on all this stuff. Go and read my cover story with Andra Day over at Rolling Out, who is starring as Billie Holiday in the United States versus Billie Holiday. That movie is crazy.
Looks like
and what she told me, real briefly, she told me that to prepare for the role, because she's normally kind of like CrossFit buff, that she started smoking cigarettes and drinking every day. To get her body to look more appropriate to that. She's like, I couldn't show up all 6-packed out. It would look stupid. So, she just really let herself deteriorate. And it's fascinating, and it's a really, really good movie too. So please go read that story. And I thank everyone for all your beautiful support.
And follow the IllumiNERDI on all their shows on their YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. They're dropping exclusives.
Except for the Power Rangers shit. Don't follow that.
Yeah, fuck the Power Rangers. But they IllumiNERDI 100% is dropping exclusives, and other Instagram pages Like, what was it? What was it? What was it?
Comic
Pumps?
book.
The comic book? Fuck the comic book.
Is
They
the
tried,
Power Rangers in there with Shay? Is he okay?
they tried to, I don't know, Shay, listen,
It's morphin' time at Shay's house.
Shay lost interest in the show a half hour ago.
Because he's getting promoted to the Power Rangers.
Yeah, exactly. I can't wait to see who the next producer we got is.
Tatiana.
Anyway, yeah. So Instagram pages are out there ripping off the IllumiNERDI because they have
They really are.
Because we got the exclusive shit. So yeah, make sure you follow all the things and let's go ahead and get us up. I want Shay to be with us when we rise to the top. When we rise to the cream of the crop. When we rise to the top of the IllumiNERDI YouTube channel and we're at the very top. Shay, I want you to be with us. You probably won't be because you'll take a better opportunity than wanting to join us on that rise. But we hope you're with us.
You know what's going to happen? When WrestleMania finally lands out here, we're going to be all popping in that shit.
Oh.
And then everybody's going to want to be tagging in with us about how they was riding with us the whole time. And we're going to be like, no. Mm-mm.
Let me tell you, hold on. Before we go down here, let me tell you how lit. I'm a 40, almost 41-year-old man using the adjective lit. Okay? It's going to be when we can actually go to shows and go to events and go to cons and represent the IllumiNERDI as the IllumiNERDI Wrestling Order.
They're going to be like, they're them assholes, go right there.
100%. Because when I was pitched this show by Joe, the boss, he was like, we are going to do things live. We are going to.
No, that's right.
We're going to go to the Comic Bug. We're going to sit on the couch. We're going to do shit in person. Pumps, we're going to make so much money. We're going to send the private jet for Pumps in Nashville. He's going to get on it. Shit is going to be wild.
Exactly.
I love y'all.
Woo! Oh, and that's it. We're out.
Where do you go from there?